My name is Gabe. This is my YouTube channel. It's pretty great. You should stay. Watch my face.
Alright guys, it's me, your pal Gabrilla, and I'm at the Miller Brewing Factory in Milwaukee. And I'm gonna see if I can't go through the tour, show you a little bit of that. Excuse my chapped as fuck lips. I'm using chapstick, there's not much else I can do about my nasty lips. Anyways, yeah, I'll drink an old soda, or old Miller beer afterwards.
We wanted to go skating.
Pissing. Dual water saving function handle, huh? First movie, probably about AIDS. I think my biggest question so far of the tour is who would bring 10 children to get shit-faced at the Miller factory.
Miller time, my name is Greg, this is Shannon. We're going to be your tour guides for today.
The Miller legend begins at this castle in Germany, where the young brewmaster to the royal court had resolved to take his talents and special beer to the New World. It was 1854 when Frederick J. Miller set sail for America, bound for a future that even he could not have imagined. He brought with him his skill, his ambition, and in his pocket, his own special strain of yeast. A centuries-old secret that remains carefully guarded to this day, having been handed down from generation to generation. After a full year of searching his vast new country for the perfect location, Fred Miller found exactly what he was looking for right here in Milwaukee. Fine hops and barley, skilled craftsmen, and an abundance of pure, fresh water. He also found plenty of thirsty customers. So in 1855, Frederick Miller bought the Plank Road Brewery, complete with its underground caves, in what would become Miller Valley. During his first year in business, he produced 300 barrels of his great beer. But it was more than just outstanding beer that set Frederick Miller apart from his peers. It was also his popular beer garden, the place where Miller Time was born. In those days, Milwaukee wasn't the only Midwestern town where beer was brewed, but it suddenly became a much more important brewing center in 1871, following the Great Chicago Fire. Milwaukee rose to the occasion, sending relief, comfort, and beer to help Chicago through its disaster. By the 1880s, Frederick's growing brewery was rolling out nearly 80,000 barrels a year. Business was booming, and in 1886, Miller opened a brand new brew house, the same historic brew house you'll be walking past today here in Miller Valley. His place in brewing history was secure, his legacy profound, and in 1888, Frederick J. Miller passed away at the age of 63.
A few reminders before we head on a tour. Again, we do ask that there's no food, drink, or smoking throughout the entirety. Second, most of the doors are going to lock, so please hold those open for each other. That'll help us out immensely. And then finally, as we pass through our first security gate, you're going to see two yellow lines on the ground. We could just stay between those. There may be some light truck traffic in that area. Any questions about that? All right, you guys can follow me on over to South Bay.
Come on, poop lips. This is the worst part of the tour. I have to walk. There's this shit on a golf cart. This lady agrees. She's like, what? Is that the voice in my head? Here you have this, the drug pug. South Packaging Plant. Oh man. He said there were 48 stairs. That was like 4. It's getting out of hand. And here's a fence where I was going to make a great Jew joke, but I can't do that anymore because of YouTube. Look, there's some stuff. Those are the machines from Terminator. That's where he tried to kill Sarah Connor right there. See that conveyor belt? Remember when Sarah Connor was like okay to look at in a gristly barmaid way? Then she got like meth. Ugh. Apparently there's gonna be monitors that come out of there. The future's now, old man. Holy shit. Satan's dick. See that? That's the huge penis alarm. It goes off every time I come in here, I swear. Oh my god. Is that it? They installed a second huge penis alarm. This is so embarrassing, everyone. I apologize. You see, there it is. It detects huge penis within 20 feet. Every time, I swear.
Huge penis. Huge penis.
Acres and 79 buildings, of which this is the largest. Now this building encompasses right around 200,000 square feet. And to put that into some perspective, that is equivalent to right around 5 NFL football fields worth of beer lined up side by side. Now as you can see out there, we do stack that beer fairly high. It's around 18 to 25 feet in some places. And that will allow us to store just over 750,000 cases of our beer in this facility at any given time. Now obviously with that much beer we have to have an extremely high turnover rate, and that rate will come out to 24 to 36 hours, which means if you were to come back just the same time tomorrow, most if not all of the product you see out there in front of you
Would
will
be
have
drank.
been shipped out and then.
It's like Disneyland, except everybody's less drunk. What's with all the chubby guys everywhere? It's weird. Look at this guy's butt. Nice. Hey, it's like they knew. When you're trying to be more appropriate, but it's right there and you can't say it. You can't say it.
Alright, you guys, welcome to our brew house. The brewing process will actually start a floor above us in what we call mash tuns. In those mash tuns, we're going to mix three very important ingredients. The first ingredient will be water, that is the largest ingredient in here. The second ingredient will be cereal grains, which is corn, oats, and wheat. Will provide sugars and smoothness. The third ingredient will be malted barley, by far the most important solid ingredient in beer. It'll provide basic body, flavor, color, and starches. Those three things will mix in a mash for about an hour and a half, becoming the consistency of watered down oatmeal. So now you're definitely not here yet. We do have to set it down those copper pipes into these straining vessels called water tubs. They're going to mash the coffee filter and separate all the grains from the liquid. And that sugar liquid we're left with is called burnt, and that's what we're after. At that point, we are going to set our burner down into one of these 6 stainless steel brew kettles down below. They run 18 feet deep into this building, so they are much larger than in here. At this point in the process, we're going to boil the works and then add the hops, which is the spice bar beer recipe.
Earlier when we walked upwards, this sign was "Open me the fuck out." Baby. Pretty interesting tour. This Asian lady in front of me threw up in the back of my coat. I'll let you see. I mean, she didn't really throw up on me, but she coughed her hobo breath on me. That's the next step. Jesus. Here's the horror caves where they molest rape you. Well, I wasn't expecting haunted house to happen. That lady's gonna die. She almost fell down the stairs. Hilarious. Look, there's Frodo. This is kind of head trippy. This is worth that lady puking on my coat. The hell are these? Look, tiny keg things. It's not delicious beer. I've been fooled. This is pretty wild. Holy shit. It's beer church. This is the weirdest goddamn thing I've ever seen. does this say? Through much of Miller's early history, coppers constructed the wooden beer barrels by hand, coopers, using the tools shown here. Ah, they used that poor boy. And look, ooh, original bottles. I'd like to drink those for my channel, huh? Get tossed, die from the lead poisoning. Good time. It's pretty nifty to say the least.
On site dating all the way back to 1849 when they were originally hand dug by the Best brothers, the original owners of the Plank Road Brewery next door. Now when Frederick Miller came over from Germany in 1855 and purchased that very same brewery, these caves came along with it. He then used them up until the invention of modern refrigeration in 1906 to store all of his beer prior to shipment. So basically what he would do during our harsh Wisconsin winters, he would harvest ice from local lakes and ponds, pack these caves full of that very same ice, and that would act as a form of natural refrigeration that would keep his beer cold and fresh all the way up until the next winter when he would do it all over again. So these caves are 15 feet wide by 16 feet high, and at one point there were 10 other chambers that extended roughly 600 feet into the surrounding hillside, which meant he could store upwards of 12,000 barrels of his brew in these caves at any given time. Now, before we actually head on up to the Miller and eat for those samples, there's a few people and a few artifacts I would like to point out. And the first being that man hunched over up front there. Now, normally he would be eliminated, but he's clearly not. We're having some problems here today. But he was known as a cooper. Now, the cooper's job was to hand make all those wooden barrels which were used to store our beer. The second man I would like to point out is that man in the lower right-hand corner reading the newspaper. Now, he was known as a handler, and his job was basically to all day, every day, load those wooden barrels on a horse-drawn wagon for delivery around Milwaukee and southern Wisconsin. Now the final two things I want to point out include those tools on the left-hand wall up front there. Now many of those tools were actually found when we reopened the caves in the late 1950s, and many of those tools were actually used by the coopers to hand make those wooden beer barrels. Now the final thing I would like to point out is that case full of old beer bottles up front there. Now many of those bottles were actually from
That case is my life.
Personal collection, and I doubt you'll recognize many of them due to the fact that they were from his competitors who went out of business during the Prohibition era, which lasted from 1919 until 1933.
Cameraman hurt her neck today. Show everyone, cameraman. Look.
I can't hit my head.
What a retard.
Drinking for 8.
Got the square table.
Hello.
Hello.
That's really good. Wow, that's a lot of. Cameraman, you ready to get toasted? You ready to get fucking wasted?
Ready? 7. So you guys want to see the lights here today? So 2 more samples coming out nice little bit for you.
You just come here every day, get trash every single day. Really?
You guys, how we doing today?
Good.
Good. My name's Devin. Can show you guys all some other lights? Yeah, everybody wearing wristbands, guys?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, 2 more samples coming out in just a little bit for you guys.
Thank you. Now you get to get toasted as your reward for being barfed on. So, Miller tour over. I'm sitting still, let's see if we can, the cameraman has a buzz. 12-year-old bitch. Alright, let me see, there is, god damn it, where the fuck is it with the, I feel like some fucking little old man or something. Anyways, it's fucking behind me, believe me. And I'm in the parking lot, and I have this 1974 Miller High Life tiny baby. Let me see how many ounces this is. I think they're like 6. I don't know if this says, because it's, like I said, it's from 1974. You can see that right here as is indicated on the right side of the bottle. I'm trying to find the fucking amount of liquid in here. I think it's 6 ounces if I had to guess. Certainly not a 12 ounce. Okay, so I was off by a bit. It's 7 fluid ounces, so it's a little over half a beer. And it's from 74, like I said. And it has this weird fucking stench spot on it where it's growing what I believe is protein coagulant. Basically, the longer these sit in the bottle, the more they coagulate and the more chunky they become. So let's open that bad boy up when this car next to me drives away. All right, so here we go. It's a 74, like I said, which makes it 44 years old. I'm going to try and open it as lightly as I can. I don't generally open things gingerly, but this is real neat, and I'd like to be able to put it back together. Maybe there's some use for it. I bought a bunch of these, so I'm going to have a million brand new, really cool things on my channel, all beer. Wild, wild stuff, like original Schlitz. Look at that. That's yummy, huh? That looks like a normal thing I should put in my mouth. Thanks, guys. Let's pour on the not goop side of the thing. And this is also the sample cup from the factory. And it's just big enough. Alright, so. Oh my god, it smells like a fucking rusted dick. That's sun damage like nobody's business. I might puke, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep our hand near the door in case we gotta slam that baby open and puke. It's a very mild sun damage, tastes like water. Some of these go like a thick mucus taste. Some of these go a water taste. Thank God this went the other way. Alright, please like, comment, and subscribe. I should be back later this week that tasted like fucking rat piss. And I should have a video where I explore a cave. Thanks for watching.
Gabe made me gay.